afternoon everybody, how are we all doing? It's been a bit windy today, to be honest with you. Don't know what it is, it's been sort of drizzling this morning and raining a little bit at times, and now it's sort of the blue skies come out a little bit, but it's really windy, and in all honesty it's not set to be a good week. It's sent to be sort of rainy, drizzly, quite a wet week really, which in all honesty it's not a bad thing, I guess, because it waters everything, because everything's been really dry the last sort of couple of weeks, few weeks. So in one sense it's sort of a good thing, but I have to admit I do love the sunshine. So I'm just while it sort of came out quite blue, you can sort of see there's quite a lot of cloud, but then there's little blue patches. So I thought, while I've got the chance and opportunity, get out and just go for a dog walk. Originally I wasn't going to do it, but I decided to change my mind. So I've been on a bit of a downer this morning actually. It's sort of, I think a lot of it's just tiredness. I've been overtired because I've been sort of doing care work early on in the morning. I've then been doing my cleaning work as well. And this week coming, I've got 5 days of it, so I'm getting up probably about 6:15 every single day. Sorry guys, there's quite a lot of flies, like midges and things, which tend to come out when it's rained. But yeah, so getting up about 6:15 every day, and so I'll be doing that for an hour every morning, getting a lady showered, dressed, giving her a breakfast, which, to be honest, she's an absolutely wonderful dream of a woman to work with. She really is. And it's so lovely. She was a bit gutted, I think, this weekend, because she did sort of say to me, she said, I'm really gutted that you're not coming over the weekend. Which was really lovely, because we've seemed to, have got on really well, and it's a pleasure to look after her in all honesty. And also knowing that I'm doing this for my friend as well, who she is recovering. She's had her operations now and seems to be doing really well. She's a little bit sore obviously, but she's determined, she's wanting to be back after this particular week. I've told her not to rush back, but she's a bit of a busybody, bless her, and she is very eager to get back to work as soon as she can. So this is a lady that literally never seems to rest, never seems to take time out for herself. She does a lot for everybody else, so it's, nice knowing that I'm doing something for her. So it's not actually too bad. It's a little bit breezy within here, but not as bad. And as you can see, I've got a little bit of colour, which is brilliant. Somebody actually asked me today at the Kingdom Hall, because I have been there today, and they've said, it looks like you've been on holiday, which I was like, brilliant. Whew. And the sun's just come out. Yay! Love it. And there's Maxie having his bit of a wander. So it's surprising to say it's actually rained, and it doesn't actually look that wet here. It's sort of dried quite quickly. So yeah, I'm quite surprised. But this week has been really great, because I actually cut a lady's hair on Thursday, which was fantastic, and it went absolutely as perfect as it could have gone, to be honest with you. My tutor supervised, checked everything, didn't really need to do too much to this lady's hair that I'd cut, and in the end sort of turned around and said, if she's happy with it, so am I. And anyway, this lady messaged me later on, thanking me for her hair, saying that everybody loved it. And then sort of, I think it was a couple of days ago now, so today's Sunday, so I think it was about Friday, day afterwards, she said her mum was so impressed, she wanted me to cut her hair as well. So I've actually booked this lady's mum in for the next couple of weeks to sort of cut her hair as well. So I'm absolutely buzzing about it, because I really think I have found my niche. I really enjoyed cutting this lady's hair, and it's interesting as well learning level 2 things. So for example, now I've actually finished level 1. I'm just waiting now for it all to be passed, to be handed in and things. And yeah, I don't then start, I think it's June that I enroll. I have to go through the whole process again, which is a bit of a ball ache, but it's not too bad, I guess. So yeah, but then September I start level 2, so it's all about colouring hair, cutting hair. A lot more intense it's going to be, but I'm up for the challenge, so I'm really happy about it and really looking forward to it. And yeah, it's like a new me, you know, sort of, as well as my cleaning business this year, it's sort of, you know, doing this on the side as well, and then also getting the recognition for it and the achievement, and you know, knowing you've done the job really well. I think that really helps as well. So yeah. Hi guys. I just had to turn the video off then. We actually went past somebody that I don't know. I don't think he's fallen, but I think he's had a few drinks, to be honest with you. First time I've ever seen this guy before, and basically saying how Max was the most beautiful dog he's ever seen, which I said, oh, thank you. And I'm walking along, and he shouted out, that's the most beautiful ass I've ever seen. Thanks. Okay. So I'm just, yeah, he's definitely not following, but it was a bit, I don't know, when you hear stuff like that, do you take it as a compliment or do you get a bit creeped out? I mean, I'm on my own with Max. It's I don't think he'd have said that if my partner was here, in all honesty. But yeah, I'm gonna keep walking. Yeah. So yeah. But I don't know. Strange. Nice compliment though, to know that my arse is still nice after so long. Oh dear. But still the same. Being a woman and all, you've got to be sort of wary, haven't you? But yeah, I think we're okay. I'm just going to keep walking now. I was going to sit down for a bit, but yeah, I'll scratch that idea. Ooh, it's actually quite warm. To be honest, it's not as cold. I thought because of the wind, I thought it's quite cold, but no, it's not as bad. Ooh, right, so where were we? Yeah. So I was on about the hairdressing and things, how well that's going, so really chuffed, really happy. So yeah, this week in particular is going to be very busy for me, getting up early as I said, and although saying that, I don't have the hairdressing, which is going to be good. Quite happy that I don't have to sort of be around and working till late either, so I'll sort of finish mid-afternoon, which is quite good. So yeah, I think I can slow down a little bit now. The children are off this week, which I think they're doing a few things with their dad this week, and then my son will be coming on Wednesday, and my daughter is 16 on Friday. Scary how time flies. Wow. So yeah, so on Saturday we shall be going for a meal. I'm just making sure I've got my eye on Max because I don't want him to lose where we are. But yeah, going for a nice meal at a place called the Yorkshire Rose. I think there's about 20 of us going, so that should be really nice to celebrate that. And my relationship with my daughter is getting better. Still strained at times, but I think, in all honesty, once she leaves high school, I think things are going to be a lot better. I think sort of the teenage hormones and things, and you know, sort of they have these fallouts with friends now and again, and you know, being both females as well, mum and daughter, I think I had a few ups and downs with my mum personally. So I think, in all honesty, once you get past a certain age, I think things sort of pan out a little bit and it gets a bit easier. I think, as I said, the weather's not set to be great, but I'm hoping it sort of changes. And you've just got to make the best of it, haven't you? You really have. You know, as I said, sometimes it's nice for that bit of rain. And I tell you what I do miss, though, a really good thunderstorm, because I absolutely love thunderstorms, I really do. And as I've said previously in videos, that when there's a really great thunderstorm and there's loads of lightning and thunder, sometimes I go pick my children up if they're not already with me, and we go storm chasing. What I call storm chasing over here. It's nothing that you get in America. Like, I've been watching some of the videos lately of those, and it's so sad. It's so sad. If there is any Americans that watch this, right, I want to know one thing. So, with however many tornadoes that happen all throughout America, why is it that always the houses are always made of wood? Because when you see them absolutely obliterated by sort of category 5, category 4, and there's literally nothing left, why a majority of the homes made of wood? You know, why are they not like reinforced? Why? I don't know how to put it. You know, it'd be quite interesting to know that, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, why is that? And also, when they do happen like that as well, sort of, where do you start? When you see it all, when you see all devastation and everything, where do you start? You know, there was like pictures of animals and things like roaming around and everything. There was sort of, you know, when I'm talking animals, I'm meaning like dogs, cats, pets, all roaming around. And these houses were literally flattened. There was nothing. Some of the houses, I mean, you know, when you go back through the towns and things, it's so hard to identify which actual house is yours, because there's so much stuff everywhere. So, you know, when that happens, where do you start? Yeah. You know, where do you start? The cleaning process, you know, I don't know. And it must cost people a fortune, especially like having to seek alternative accommodations and things. I mean, I suppose it's not too bad if you've got a house elsewhere, but then you've got your travelling and things, and if you haven't got your car, we can't imagine it over here, can we? We really can't. I know, like in the past and things, we've had a couple of tornadoes in Birmingham. Only sort of lower categories, I think the most, I think it was like a level 3, I think it got to. And don't get me wrong, there was a lot of devastation. It sort of took the roofs off and things, but you know, compared to, as I say, what you get in America, it's just phenomenal. It's like, yeah, we really are lucky over here. You know, when we're sort of always complaining about the weather and things, and yeah, we take it for granted. We're quite lucky with what we have, to be honest with you, compared to other countries. I mean, I've been watching in Benidorm today, and all the flooding. There's just flooding everywhere. People have gone on holiday and things, and they're sort of past their ankles in water, and all the drains have like overflowed and things, and it's just a heavy downpour that's just continuing. So I feel for anybody that's gone to Benidorm this month. But It's really mild now, it's quite nice, and it's not as windy in this particular area either. Things that I've learnt through hairdressing, like using rosemary, for example, rosemary oil, excuse me, and I think from a few weeks back, and when I had my hair cut, and it's sort of growing already, so I had it cut to probably just below my shoulders, so I have grown about 3 inch, something like that, 4 inch maybe, so I'm really chuffed because I'm trying to now grow my hair out again. But yeah, you learn a lot through hairdressing about what products are good for your hair and things. And so I'm starting to use a lot more natural things. It's just so peaceful, it really is peaceful, but I think because of that encounter, I'm just sort of staying alert a little bit. Nobody's sort of commented yet as to any paranormal things or any sort of ghosty woasty episodes, or nobody's put any paranormal encounters or any cryptid encounters on at the moment. But again, if you do have any stories that you want to share, that you want me to read out possibly, it might be quite interesting for me to do that. So if you do have any sort of stories at all, any strange ones, then please let me know. And especially, like, as well, if you have been walking anywhere and you encounter something creepy like what I encountered, then just let me know. It'd be quite interesting to sort of see. I don't know, like I said, you know, I don't like judging people, I really don't, but you've always, especially as a woman, I think it's just a female thing as well, you've just got to be on your, you know, alert, yeah, especially like in the woods and stuff, you hear all these different stories and scenarios, and I think if he'd have been following me, I think then I would have possibly been like, uh-oh, here we go. But I think the fact that he hasn't followed me, that actually reassures me a little bit. Look at this, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, all the bluebells are well and truly gone now. Everything is really getting tall. So, yeah. I think some of these as well are like raspberries or blackberries, are they? So yeah, really beautiful. Oh, and he's there. Come on, Max. Come on in. I hope we have all had a good week. I can't really complain too much. It's a bit more breezier, as you can see, in this area. But it's quite nice. Somebody actually said today it's like blowing off the cobwebs, and I guess in some ways it is. You know, it's sort of, it's lovely. I wondered what that was then. It's an owl, I think, or a wood pigeon. But yeah, it's like blowing off the cobwebs. And it is, you know, to some degree, it's really refreshing. So when you've had such hot weather for weeks and weeks, it's really nice actually. But there is certainly a lot of midges. So I'm just walking along, and they say a bit about cryptid sort of things, about bent trees and that. Just have a look at this, right? So you've got this one here that's actually, if you look, it's actually intertwined with that one. So it's actually gone straight through the middle and bends. Can you see that? Huh. You also have that one. If you can see in the distance there, there's that one. But then if I turn around, guys, and I show you this one, so I'll just step off the unbeaten track a little bit, and I just turn this round, so we have this one here, but we also have this one here, and we've also got that one there, and we've also got this one here as well. Can you see that, guys? And in actual fact, right, so we've also got this one, which sort of comes and it now bends. Now don't get me wrong, I've probably seen these before, I don't know, unless I've just not noticed them before, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, what would you say, guys? That looks like almost like it's like a no entry sort of thing. Do not come through here, if you get me. I don't know, but that one, I'm pretty sure I don't remember that being like that. Surely I would have noticed it. I would have thought. So yeah, interesting. Tell me what you think, guys. Comment down below and let me know what do you think. Because that is, yeah, interesting. I don't know. There's also, you've got like a couple here as well that's sort of bending, almost. Please tell me you did hear that. I'm presuming that was just the tree creaking, but yeah, I have to say it's not something that I've been particularly familiar with. No. Wow, that's a squirrel that just literally, I've just watched it go fly from one tree to the other. That's quite interesting. But yeah, if I turn this camera around now, you'll see what I mean. So you've actually got this one here, but then you've got this one which bends. And if you actually see, it actually comes and it wraps and entangles in this one now. So it's almost like it's been brought round, but yeah, interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Really interesting. So I don't know why they've decided to cut that one bit. What's the reasoning for that? Why did they not do this side? You know, why have they just decided to do that side? No idea. You've got more broken branches here. Look at this. Oh, that's just snapped. Look at that. It's really interesting now. Yeah. Is that the wind that's potentially just done that? I don't know. In here you'd have thought it's quite sheltered. Don't know. Interesting. I suppose it is a bit breezy, but it's not too bad. It's starting to try and rain a little bit. Look at all this. I mean, I'm just like looking, guys, right? And there is just so many leaves that have come down. I mean, it's like, I don't know. These leaves aren't dead, do you know what I mean? They're not dead. Look, these are like, I don't know, strange. They're all the way along here. But it goes all the way along the path as well. I think I'll be quite glad when I get home. Like I said last time in the last video, it's like your mind plays tricks on you. So you sort of you can overthink things, and all of a sudden it's sort of, you send yourself into sheer panic. But yeah, looking forward to this week, guys, and I know this is only a short video today, but I just wanted to do an update as to how things were going. And yeah, I'm trying to look at things more positively. It's a little bit difficult this week. Financially, it's been a little bit difficult this week. So I guess it's just you reflect on things a little bit, and it's bloody hard sometimes working and that, you know, working every day, working early and things. So yeah. Well, we are just on our way towards the end, guys. As you can see, it's nice and bright still. I think it is genuinely the wind that's been bringing some of the branches down. It is very breezy towards the end here, but like I said before, it's nice and refreshing, so it makes a change really from the heat that we have been having. But I'm going to love you and leave you, guys, and I hope that you all have a fantastic week. Hopefully the weather doesn't affect everything too much. I know it should sort of fresh everything up, water the plants and that, which is going to be really great, but it's just a shame that it's set to be most of the week, which I'm hoping not. I'm hoping, like, especially for my daughter's birthday at the weekend, I'm hoping things brighten up and go really well. And like I said before, guys, if you do have any creepy cryptid stories, any paranormal stories, or even any strange stories, like if you've bumped into people that are a bit strange or quirky, let me know in the comments, and I'll I'll sort of read them out. Be quite interesting to do, really. But take care and have a really great week. See you later, guys. Bye.